So good afternoon to everyone, students. And this is your IT class. And from today onwards, we are going to start the very first unit of our curriculum, which is about the digital documentation advanced. Here it is term written on your screen is advanced also. So we are supposing that we know the basics of the digital documentation. That means how to use a LibreOffice and how to use the LibreOffice Writer. So the very first question come arise that what is the LibreOffice? LibreOffice is a kind of office documents tool, or you can interrelate it with the Microsoft, or you can say the MS Office suite. Both these are similar in nature. Okay, just like MS Office suite provides you the MS Excel, MS Word, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, and so many other tools. As similar, LibreOffice also providing you the writer, the calc, the base, and etc. You can interrelate the calc with the Excel. You can interrelate the writer to the MS Word, and you can relate the base to the MS Access. So LibreOffice is a kind of a office suite in which it is providing different kind of tools that can enhance our computing life. Okay. So as we are doing the digital documentation in the advanced version, but before going to start the advanced version, I would like to just clear all the basic concept of digital documentation first. Then we will move further. Okay. So as I have told you that in this particular chapter, we are going to understand how to apply styles in the document. So once again, question comes in our mind, sir, what is style? What do you mean by this style, sir? So style is nothing but to enhancing our text. Just like you want to appear your text in a very detailed manner, in a very enhanced or beautified manner, then you apply the style. Supposingly, then I need to write the Leal Public School in a very beautiful manner. The font size should be so attractive, eye-catching. So then I will apply the styles. And applying the style is very easy because LibreOffice is also providing a specific type of styles in which we can just use it, or we can say the reuse it. Okay. And then I will tell you how to insert an image in your document. Then we will use and create our templates also. And then the very important topic will come, which is about the mail merge. Mail merge is nothing but how to create your document and send it to the different set of people. So let's start it together. First, we need to understand the introduction. First, we need to understand what do you mean by the word processing. Here is the term word processing. Word means what? Whatever you are going to deal with. Word is what? Whatever we are writing, whatever the text we are using. So word is that text. Okay. And yes, if we are processing it in a detailed manner, in a very beautifying manner, that means we are doing the word processing. So it has multiple uses at a large number of places. Yes, we know that we are using the word processor software everywhere. Just like before the using of LibreOffice Writer, we were using the MS Word, and still we are using, still in almost every computer has the MS Word. So yeah, it has used in office, schools, and other educational institutes, as we discussed, home and any kind of organization. Yes, if you want to write your personal blogs, then you will obviously going to choose the MS Word only. Okay. And forms, circulars, worksheets, question papers, assignment submission, and the limit, it is the limitless. So digital documentation we are using everywhere. Now in this particular unit, we are going to understand how we can create our own digital documentations. Okay. So yes, first we need to understand how to start the LibreOffice Writer. As I have told you yesterday also, that you need to install the LibreOffice suite first from the Google browser, or any browser you can say. And then you need to click on the start all programs LibreOffice, and then you need to select the LibreOffice Writer. Once you have selected the LibreOffice Writer, your screen will look like this. So instead of understanding it theoretically, let's understand it practically also. So this is my desktop, as you can see on your screen. And as I have already downloaded the LibreOffice 7.1 here, you can see the latest version. And yes, if you want to install it, then you need to click on any browser. I am selecting here the Google Chrome, and then it will load to the first page of the browser. Here I will type the LIBREOFFICE, LibreOffice. Okay. The internet might slow sometime. So here you can see the LibreOffice download. You need to select this LibreOffice.org website. I'm repeating my steps so I can assure that every student has got how to download the LibreOffice. Here you can see the download now, or you can select from this tab also. So you need to click on the download LibreOffice first. Here you will find the Windows configuration. So I am choosing here Windows 64-bit. Then you need to download here. It will lead you to this page and it will start the downloading automatically after 2-3 seconds, as you can see here in the screen. So I am pausing it because I have already downloaded it. So now we are all set to use it. Okay. So here it is, my LibreOffice 7.1. So here you can see that recent documents, the templates, the open files, remote files, writer document, Calc spreadsheet, which I was discussing, that you can interrelate it with like this Excel. Impress presentation, that means quite similar to the PowerPoint presentation, the MS PowerPoint presentation. The drawing is quite similar to the MS Paint, which Microsoft provides us. And yes, the very basic and the very interesting thing, maths formula, in which we can write or we can type the mathematics symbols, because it's very hard and complex to type any kind of mathematics symbols using the simple writers. And here is the base database. Base database is nothing but a kind of database management system, that means the DBMS. Okay, so we are considering the writer document. Then I need to click on this writer document. I am double clicking on it. Okay. My PC is quite slow at this time, so that's why it is taking too much time. Here you can see the LibreOffice Writer's first interface. So now you need to understand what this interface has. Okay, so here you can see the very first line written here, Untitled One LibreOffice Writer. Okay, so this is the untitled one, means what? Title bar. Okay. And this is the menu bar. As you can see, the file, edit, view, insert, format, styles, table, forms, tools, windows, and helps. So this is the list of menus, and that's why it is known as the menu bar. And here it is, the standard toolbar. All these comes under the category of standard toolbar. There are so many tools which you can use. Okay. And here is the default style, default paragraph style, in which you can select different kind of style. Here you can just select the font type, font name, font size. You can select your text to the bold, to the italic, to the underline, and to the strike through. Here you can give the superscript, subscript, and the coloring, and etc. and etc. We will discuss all these tools in detail, very detailed indeed. Okay, so don't worry. So this is the very first interface you see when you starting the LibreOffice Writer. Am I clear to everyone, students? So now I'm just closing it now for now. Okay. Now I will just clear my theory portion first. Here it is. So as I have shown you how to use the very first interface of the LibreOffice practically also. So there is a very important term. The first term is the two insert modes of writers are as insert mode and as well as the overwrite mode. Very important to understand, students. In the insert mode, the text gets typed from left to right and the insertion point gets pushed rightwards with key presses for characters. The default, the very basic mode we write always is known as the insert mode, in which we are writing from the left to right. Okay. And the overwrite, as the name suggests, that it will type all the text to an existing text. Supposingly, I have written here class 10th level public school, and if I want to overwrite it, that means to remove this text and to add some new text, then it will be considered as overwriting. So for overwriting, we have the separate operation. For insertion, that means the default operation. Okay. So now we will discuss the components of LibreOffice Writer. The very basic thing you need to understand, otherwise you will not understand anything in this particular unit. The components of LibreOffice Writer are as below, as you can see on your screen, and as I have told you also that this is the title bar, this is the menu bar, standard toolbar includes all these tools, sidebar. Here the name suggests as well as the screen suggests also. The sidebar also provides some tools that are presented on the right side of the screen. Here you can see the insertion mode. Here you can see the status bar. Status bar indicates us what kind of activities we are doing. So let's explore the title bar, the menu bar, and every bar in detail. And it may come in your exam also. So please be concentrated because this type of theory question should be asked in your exam. Okay. So the very first bar is the title bar. So the title bar is located at the top of the interface. Yes. The very topmost thing in the interface is the title bar, and it contains the file name, name of application, and window management buttons on the right. Yes, the file name, the name of application, and the window management button refers to the maximize, minimize, and the close buttons. When the document is not yet named, mark my point, students, until and unless we haven't saved our document yet, then the document name will appear as untitled. Okay, and X is referring a number. Supposingly that I haven't saved my document till, then it will show you untitled 1. Okay, and if I have created 2 or 3 LibreOffice Writer document, then it will be indicating me like that: untitled 1, untitled 2, and untitled 3, and so on. Okay, so untitled documents are numbered in the order that they are created. Yes, very well to understand, very obvious to understand. Whatever the order we are following while creating the documents, it will follow the same. So yes, now we will understand the menu bar. Here you can see the menu bar: file, edit, view, insert, format, styles, and etc. So the menu bar is located just below the title bar in Windows and Linux, and at the top of the screen in Mac OS. So whatever the operating system you are using, it will remain same. If you are using the Mac OS of the Apple, then it will you will find the menu bar on the top only. And if you are using the Linux or Windows, the menu bar will remain same. When you select one of the menus, a drop down shows up the includes. Supposingly that I want to use the edit menu, then it will show me some kind of commands also. The commands that directly cause an action like close or save from the file tab. If you will select the file tab, then you will find the close or save. Very obvious to understand, my students. Commands that open dialogues. What do you mean by the dialogues? Dialogues, the part of speech? No, the dialogues, that means the small window. And in the case, the command is followed by an ellipsis like brackets. That means all the commands enclosed in the brackets, the ellipses, and the 3 dots you can see. Commands that open further submenus. In this case, there is a right positioning arrow to the right of the command. You will find some kind of command in which you can find the cursor also. So moving the cursor onto the one of these items causes its submenu to open. So I think you need to understand it with the practical portion also. So here is the LibreOffice. I'm again clicking on it. Here is the writer document. You need to double click on it. Here it is. So what it was saying, that title bar is here. As you can find it, untitled 1. Let's supposingly I am clicking the Control N. That means I have created a new document also. Then it will show me the untitled 2. For instance, I have created the thrice also. So it will indicate me the untitled 3. Okay. So here is the menu bar: file, edit, view, insert, and etc. If I am clicking on the file, then it will show me the drop down list. Drop down list is what? I can just type the new, open, recent documents, close, save as, export. There are so many interesting and as well as useful tools in it, as you can see in the view, as you can see in the edit also. In edit, you will find the paste, spatial, cut, copy, undo, redo, repeat, select all, selection mode, go to the page, find and replace. So there are so many kind of tools that we can find in the edit menu. So there is one assignment, students, very basic and very simple assignment. You need to list down all the drop down menu tools from edit menu to tools menu. What you need to do is you need to select any one from the edit, view, insert, format, styles, table, forms, tools in these tools. Okay, and then you will list down all these tools of that one particular menu. So this is your assignment. Okay, here I am just closing it now. Okay, then after discussing the menu bar, now we will discuss the sidebar. The sidebar normally opens on the right side of the writer interface. As the name suggests, then it will be open or it will be available in the right side, in the sidebar. Okay, but it is located on the right side of the interface. If required, we may open up the sidebar with a view menu sidebar. That means if it is not appeared in your screen, then you can find it in the view menu. Let me show you this. Okay, so here is the view menu. Okay, you are getting my point. And here you can find this sidebar. As you can see on your screen, that sidebar is not located here. So sidebar. And what? Here it comes, the sidebar. Okay, getting my point? Please give your consent by raising your hand. If you are understanding the sidebar concept, please. Okay, good enough, good enough. Thank you so much. So sidebar also giving us a very basic, you can say, the tools. Okay, so that's why we are also going to use these kind of sidebars also. So next is the very basic toolbar. Toolbar is what? LibreOffice has two types of toolbars location. First is the docked, that means fixed in place. That means it is floating type of 40 and 40, 10th, yeah, 10th. Okay, and then docked toolbars can be moved to different locations. Sorry for that interruption. It was about the attendance. So how many students are there in my class? It's 40. Anyways, so docked toolbars can be moved to different locations. For example, top, bottom, or side of the workspace, or made to float. So what does it mean? It means that the tools that we can navigate in the top, into the bottom, or into the side is known as the toolbars, the floating toolbars. Okay, just like the crawling bars, the scrolling up and scrolling down, all these things are toolbar. And then the next is status bar. Status bar is very interesting. How? Because the status bar is located at the bottom of the workspace, and it provides information about the document and convenient ways to quickly change some document features. It can be hidden by this selecting in the view menu. And if you do not want to just locate your status bar in your screen, then you can remove it from the view menu. Let me show it. Here is the view menu, and here you can find the navigator, the style, the galleries, okay, field, hidden paragraphs, field names, field shading, so white space. So toolbar, here it is, user interface. If you will select it, as I am not going to select it now, so this status bar will be removed. So this is how here it is, status bar, and you can see there is no status bar is now. And if I'll select it now, you can see that once again status bar is coming. Here it provides us the saving option. So this is how we have just familiar with the LibreOffice writer, because once we are familiar with our writer, then we can work on it. Okay, so now we will understand using the navigator. What do you mean by the navigator? As the name suggests, navigator means how to navigate your toolbar, your status bar, your writer screen according to you. Okay, so writer provides ways to move quickly through a document and find specific items by using many features of the navigation. The navigation toolbar and related icons. In the default installation of writer, the navigation is part of the sidebar. That means if you want to navigate or if you want to find a navigator, then it will be presented in the sidebar only. And it lists all the headings, tables, text frames, graphics, bookmarks, and other objects contained in a document. So this is how you can find the navigator. Navigator is very basic to understand, students. Just placing up and down all these things, navigation. Okay, here you can find the navigator. Okay, where you can access the tables, as we haven't applied here any kind of tables, the frames, the images, the OLE objects. OLE objects is nothing but the LibreOffice's object, and here you can find the heading, you can add the footer, you can add the header, and you can just navigate your thing. So where you will find the navigator, you will find in the sidebar. Here you can see the kind of navigator's icon. So this is how you are getting familiar with the LibreOffice Writer. So yes, as now we have understood how to use the LibreOffice, now we can start the things. That means the very basic step that we will follow during the addition, or we can say the editing or processing the words. So the very first step that we need to understand how to edit our document. Editing means, supposingly you are writing some kind of text, but you find that you had done any kind of mistake. Then what you will do? You will just undo, or you can select to the redo. Undo means that to undo the most recent change in our document. That means the change you have applied, you can apply that thing again. Okay. What you need to press is Control plus Z, or you can say in the normal scenario, Control plus Z, or you can choose from the edit, and then you need to select the undo on the menu, or click to the undo icon on the standard toolbar. You will find the undo icon in the standard toolbar also. Yes, as similar to the undo, we can do the redo also. Redo means the change we had done earlier, we can reselect it. So how you will redo the things? You need to select the edit, and then you need to select the redo, or you can simply click the Control plus Y, press the Control plus Y, or you will find the redo icon in the standard toolbar also. So let's do the practical first. Here is the LibreOffice Writer. Supposingly I am writing publics tool, and here I have written that class first to 11th. Okay. Now you can observe that as I have written the class 11th, so for editing the document, we can use the Control Z for the undo and Control Y for the redo. Supposingly I have deleted this Bikaner, and if I want to back my Bikaner, then I need to click edit. Here you can find the undo also, and by applying the Control Z, you can also put the Control Z, press the Control Z, that means Z, and you will find the undo also. So I hope that this is enough for today. We have seen the different kind of parts, and also I have told you about the navigator and the editing the document. From further classes, we are going to start the checking spelling and grammar, paragraph alignment, non-printing characters, how to change the text case. The whatever you are writing, you can change it into the uppercase, lowercase, toggle case, and different kind of case we will work on. Then we will see how to insert a table, how to delete rows and column, how to delete a table, copying a table, and moving a table. Okay, so these classes will be so basic for you. So now you can relate with the writer. And if someone is missing the classes, you can access the YouTube video for that. Okay, so take care.